Eastern Cape Province is a home of stalwarts, if you like. The likes of Nelson Mandela, they come from there. Walter Sisulu comes from there. Who am I missing? Thabo, Governor Mbeki, they come from that province. Now, in spite of all these amazing people that are coming from that province, the Eastern Cape remains one of the poorest provinces in South Africa. Underdeveloped, highest rates of unemployment. You name it, the Eastern Cape has got it. But something very interesting about the Eastern Cape is that since 1994, the Eastern Cape has been voting the ANC overwhelmingly so. Okay? And when I'm saying overwhelmingly so, I'm struggling to say the word. The numbers in terms of percentage, they've been voting the ANC, the upper 70%, almost 80% in some instances. I think the lowest that they voted the ANC into power was the last election in 2024. I think it was around 60% or so. But the question that I want to ask you guys is this. Why would a people vote against their interest? That the very party they've been voting for so many years, the party of Mandela, Sisulu, the Mbekis. So the ANC has been consistent in terms of not delivering, not giving the Eastern Cape the service that they need. Whether you're talking about municipalities or whether you're talking about the province at large. So they've been consistent in terms of not returning the loyalty that the people of the Eastern Cape has shown them over the years, from 1994. Even under the leadership of the likes of President Mbeki, it was a similar thing. It's not different even now with the President Ramaphosa or when President Zuma was still in power and things like that. So I want us to show some of the evidence of what I'm talking about, what the ANC, in spite of the people being loyal to them for so many years, but they've consistently repaid their loyalty with no service delivered. Actually, they do not care, if you ask me. Let's check out these clips.
Some desperate for services, villagers in the Eastern Cape are crossing a river in a locked drum, risking their lives in the process. They say they've been forced to resort to the extreme measure because government has forgotten about them. ENCA's Neben Klanganiso reports.
58-year-old Daliwe Sulungile, who's living with disability, has lived in Digidikini village his whole life. He says they have many challenges and there's a lack of service delivery. That's why they are risking their lives to cross the Mzintlavu River.
Endengazi ngona basizo umthetho wethu sizimbacu naba siyavota siqala ngokuvota sigijime kubona ugijima abantu abazosivotisa kodwa no pharmacy nika into zasinokwanto babantwana besikolo bafunda kude bangena kulamanzi kabuhlungu sibamba amazinyo nje.
Mamlungiselelwa Mfanekiso says even though she's been crossing this river since childhood, she still gets palpitations every time she has to cross it.
Zininzi ingcinga ezindifikelayo ndingakangeni ndisame kanje ndideske ndingena apha embizeni ndizive nje ndinombili nomkhulu ngoba ndinoloyiko loba kwayile mbiza ngexesha sengenzeka ibhadi iqhume ndimkena amanzi kwayona ngondingene kuyo ingena amanzi kwayile mbiza ndiphuma ndimanzi.
Fuzile Samani is a so-called drum operator. He and others lock people inside the drum and float it over the river with a rope tightening it as a safety feature.
Yaqala abantu abanjizalayo ndakhulela kuyo ke nami ndaze ndayenza ke ya ke kuyenze lento ungakwazi ukugqupha uqale wazi ukugqupha uqala uveke ukwazi ukuthi ungaweza umuntu ukwazi ukuthi ungaweza impahla ecrossana uleqa kaloku nawe so nami ndibe nale yanto ukuthi ndizomweza kodwa nje iyi-risk leyo nto njengoba nami ndizoyenza kodwa ndibona ukuthi andina-choice.
Welcome back. So over 3,000 bricks for a bridge were purchased by residents of Dudra in the Eastern Cape. Frustrated by the local municipality's delays, the residents took matters into their own hands and decided to build the bridge themselves. They claimed they previously supported and maintained their bridge without government assistance. Let's take a look.
Residents of Vono in Dujwa, Eastern Cape, came out in large numbers to build their own bridge, which will improve access to the town and schools. The local youth initiated the project, requesting a contribution of 200 rand per household to purchase bricks and materials.
Lwadibana ngokuvana into kokubana imemba nganye mayikhuphe i210 athokwazi yakhuphe ngaphezulu kwenzeka for into kokubana le blorho ibe iyenzeka.
Eyona ndibalulekileyo ke lento asiyenzi ngenjongo yodiscredit umuntu uthile, kodwa injongo yethu kukuba makube kulunga le blorho kukwazi ukuhanjwa apha. Silinde ke ngoku umasipala xa sisenza lento kuba sifuna umasipala afike siqhuba sisendleleni.
One of the young people who initiated the project says they decided to do it themselves.
Sakubona into kubala ngabo le blorho ibhizi ngolona hlobo kuwela ititshala ezititsha apha kwezi high school nabantu ababheke ekliniki bawela apha nabantu ababheke edolophini bawela apha.
The local municipality says they are not aware that residents are building a bridge.
For the past few years, Mbashe local municipality has been experiencing severe weather conditions, particularly heavy rainfall, that has affected the infrastructure such as the roads and the bridges. And this has been hindering development in various wards. The bridge in Ward 5 was unfortunately one of those bridges that was damaged by severe rainfall. And the municipality is not aware of the strides made by the community to rehabilitate the bridge.
Is it justifiable that a bridge of that nature cost 6.1 million rand to build?
No, I don't know anything about that. I've never heard anything about that.
Are you aware, Bongani, of a bridge in Emanxasibeni in the Umzimvubu municipality that is making sure that people are struggling to cross that bridge? Are you aware of that bridge?
I am aware about that bridge because I saw it on all social media platforms.
Okay, so the only reason that you're aware of that bridge is because you watched social media?
Sorry?
I'm saying the reason why you're aware of that bridge is because you saw it on social media.
Yes.
Okay, so let us bring you up to speed. We've got in the Umzimvubu district municipality a bridge in Emanxasibeni where people are having to cross it on a daily basis, including children. That bridge, as the visuals are on the screen, is literally a bridge that places people's lives in danger. The bridge cost 6.1 million rand to manufacture. From what you've seen on social media when it comes to this bridge, given what I'm telling you right now, is it justifiable that a bridge of that nature costs that amount to build?
Well, the only thing I can tell you is that it is very disheartening to say the least by what I saw on all social media platforms. The ANC-led government does not and will never care about people, only cares about holding into its power, expanding its power, and exerting its power. Eastern Cape is led by thugs who don't care about people of the resources, only for themselves and their families.
Where there are residents that have taken matters into their own hands, building a bridge after the local municipality failed to do so for years, while officials have raised concerns about the safety of this particular structure. Residents maintain that this was their only safe option. Our reporter Nsikino here joins us live from there once again with those details. Nsiki, once again, we speak to you. What are the latest details coming out of that community?
Well, Audrey, you remember that earlier on we spoke to Mhlangabezi Nkwaza, the team leader, of the people that had put together, raised funds from the community. Each and every household had contributed some funds up to totaling to 28,000 rand, and they're saying that they're still owing some of the hardwares, but the bridge behind me, which is named after the people, it is called People's bridge. And, so many people have suffered, Audrey, because of this bridge. They only started building it in September this year, and they were, against time because they wanted, it to be ready by summer, because each and every summer season, they lose someone from the flooding river behind me. And even the learners, Audrey, from Tingwevu High School, the high school is on the other side, and the clinics, there are no clinics at Lukolweni village where they're coming from, and Sasa pay points, they are not there. They are, compelled to cross this dangerous river behind me. And one of the people that were hardest hit, who lost his child in 2022 when she was only 29 years old, is Utatu February Nxele.